What are you doing?
When a movie casts someone to play a different race or ethnicity, the outrage is loud and immediate. But it's rarely just about the face, it's about the voice. Let's hear what happens when a character on screen sounds wrong.
That was 2 weeks ago! You cannot go on or keep ringing my bell! You disturb me! You must have a key made!
So in one of my favorite childhood movies, 1986 Short Circuit, Fisher Stevens, a white American actor, played Ben Jabituya, an Indian engineer.
Well, the last time I am seeing him, he is busy vomiting. Well, the cat is dragged in a sight for 4 eyes, that is for sure. You look dreadful.
Apparently, he darkened his skin with makeup and then spent time with Indian families and even went to India to learn the accent. He worked with a dialogue coach to exaggerate vowel shapes and intonations, adjusted pitch and speech rhythm into a kinda stereotypical Indian tech nerd image.
And then I said, oh my God, I've got to be good. And I was really a method actor back then, so I lived with an Indian family. I literally immerse myself in that culture.
What's interesting is that a lot of people thought he was South Asian because of the performance, and the voice sold it.
Girlie, come quick, girlie, danger! Come on, you! Oh my God.
But as Stevens says himself, times have changed.
No. I mean, there's no way I would get that role today. No.
Back in 1986, he thought that immersing himself in the culture would accurately portray the character. Adapting not only the look, but also the stereotypical voice was fine. But in today's times, that kind of casting would probably be much more problematic.
2/9. Luton, I'm seeing a blip on my scope. Drive slowly.
Soul Man is a 1986 movie in which C. Thomas Howell plays a student who takes tanning pills that turn him black so he can get to Harvard on an African-American scholarship. Yes, he wore blackface makeup for the role, and he did the voice too.
Go get my heroin and my hypodermic needle, bitch! Give me some more watermelon while you're at it.
Yes, dear.
White fat ass slut. What you looking at?
Even at that time, the premise and the execution were highly controversial, and the NAACP protested the movie. There supposedly were some defenses saying that it was supposed to be a satire to expose racial stereotyping. But director Spike Lee was a big critic.
And it looks phony. There's no way in the world to see how Thomas looks black. And to me, it's really an attack on affirmative action.
And overall, reviewers weren't amused. For certain scenes, he lowered his voice, changed the pacing, and adapted this caricature cadence of what Hollywood thought sounded black.
What's happening, brother? Get down, looking good, mama, looking good. Well, I got to be going now.
Remember when I just said that doing the voice and makeup wouldn't do well in today's time? Well, Tropic Thunder happened in 2008, and it was a massive hit.
Yeah, right. You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off. Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. plays Kirk Lazarus, a method actor who surgically darkens his skin to play a black character. He deepened the tone, slowed the delivery, and intentionally overacted.
Lazarus underwent a controversial pigmentation alteration procedure in order to play the platoon's African-American sergeant, Lincoln Osiris.
Even at that time, it was a controversial movie with many groups and people taking offense. Ben Stiller, who made the film, said in 2024 that he probably couldn't make it today, but he's proud of it.
Obsessed with the math. Because we're tired of being your trail donkeys, acting like you some one-man GPS. God damn it! We lost! We fucking super lost, man!
And to be fair, it wasn't just the Staff Sergeant Lincoln Osiris look and voice that would raise eyebrows today.
See the woo-boo ching boo-tsoo, huh? Woo-yeah-wah.
Who could forget the Oscar-worthy Simple Jack performance? This portrayal by Stiller got a lot of criticism.
Bye, Mama! Now you can have ice cream in heaven! I'll see you tonight when I go to bed in my head movies!
Now, I don't know how they got away with it, but they did. And fun fact, it's one of a few movies that I went to see twice in cinema when it came out.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
I'm always suspicious when Hollywood adapts anime, and it was the same when they announced that Ghost in the Shell, one of my favorites, will get a live-action movie starring Scarlett Johansson.
An attack.
You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
Now the backlash was immediate, as the filmmakers were accused of whitewashing the story, with fans saying that a Japanese actress should play Major Motoko Kusanagi. The studio fought back, saying that the character is a cyborg, he has no inherent race, with even Mamoru Oshii, the director of the original, agreeing with the statements, saying that it was actually just the Western fans that were upset, and the Japanese audience didn't really care that much. And it's not like Johansson put on any voice, she just used neutral American English.
A government-funded group, Section 9, that fight cyber terrorism, which she believes to be humanity's biggest threat.
Even though the American backlash looked weird from the outside, it must have hurt the premiere, as the movie struggled at the box office.
This is Major. I'm on site.
Now, I only learned about this drama when researching my video.
Why is the Ancient One, who's usually portrayed in comics as an elderly Asian man, being played by European woman Tilda Swinton?
So, Tilda Swinton played the Ancient One, a wise monk who guides Doctor Strange. Immediately, the studio was accused of whitewashing by the Media Action Network for Asian Americans, and Swinton used a slow, soft and calm voice to add that kind of neutrality and otherness to the character.
He had a choice to return to his own life or to serve something greater than himself.
What's interesting is that screenwriter Robert Cargill suggested that the casting decision was also based on potential Chinese reaction.
The Ancient One was a racist stereotype who comes from a region of the world that is in very weird political place.
If Marvel explicitly said that the Ancient One is from Tibet, played by an Asian actor, there was a risk that the Chinese government would be upset and not show the film.
And risk the Chinese government going, hey, you know, one of the biggest film watching countries in the world, we're not going to show your movie because you decided to get political.
Money talks. Well, Tilda defended her casting, but Marvel's Kevin Feige said that they could have handled it a bit better.
Some people thought that that a white woman had been cast as an Asian man, which, you know, was not the case.
One of the weirdest casting on our list is Saldana's legendary singer Nina Simone.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, my mother used to listen to you.
Zoe Saldana is of Dominican, Puerto Rican heritage, but Nina Simone was very much a black woman with much different facial features and a complexion than the actress.
I will make it.
Yes, you will. I need you to help me make this happen.
I'll try.
So guess what they did to solve that issue? They darkened her skin with makeup and used prosthetics to change her face. Plus, she deepened her voice to imitate Nina's.
Zoe Saldana is at the center of a firestorm. The accusation, wearing blackface to play iconic soul singer Nina Simone.
Simone's deep voice is iconic, and mimicking it felt cheap by many.
Everybody is half dead. Everybody avoids everybody.
Simone's family estate tweeted, quote, "Please take Nina's name out of your mouth." Saldana defended the casting and her part in the movie.
I'm doing it for my sisters, I'm doing it for my brothers, and I don't care who tells me that I am not this and I am not that. I know who I am.
At least initially, because eventually she apologized.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because I love her music.
Of course, for many it was too little too late, with fans commenting that she knew what she was doing and that Viola Davis would be a much better choice.
There's a light. Certain kind of light.
One of the most recent ones was Halle Bailey's Ariel in The Little Mermaid.
Give me your hand. Ariel,
The choice to cast Bailey triggered an organized backlash, with people review bombing the movie and using the hashtag #NotMyAriel to voice their complaints. In the end, the filmmakers said she was the best for the role and was praised for her acting as well as her singing, but the movie was criticized for the story and the CGI. It made a lot of money though.
I just mean, we're not all the same, so why should humans be?
What's interesting to me is that some race swapping, be it in live action or voicing other races in animation, as I talked about in another video, get all the attention, but other instances are barely talked about. When Idris Elba was cast as Heimdall, the all-seeing Norse god who guards Bifrost in the Thor movies, I didn't hear anything about it. Yeah, of course, some people argued in the comments, but most fans liked the portrayal. Another one was, of course, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, who in the older comics was a white guy. But then they adapted the most recent comic stories to the change, plus I don't think anyone would ever complain about Jackson's portrayal. And Jeffries write Jim Gordon in The Batman.
Maybe I go after him. Lean on him to give up the rat. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, there were some comments online, but in the real world, no one complained, and Wright is a great actor. My only issue is that we never got a sequel. Casting is not just visual. We remember the sounds, the voices.
Why are you running?
It gets me places quicker.
Little kids.
Will, this is really gonna help your race for me.
Hollywood keeps forgetting that when something sounds wrong, it triggers us immediately.
It's time for you to stop doing this!
The Avatar would have to be an airbender.
It feels like an identity theft and an attack on our childhoods. It's personal.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
And that's why the outrage happens again and again.
Our daughter is lucky to have an exceptional king for a father.
Our boy will be a great ruler.
Unless they learn that, we will vote with our attention and wallets. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye, Goofy Woman. I enjoyed repeatedly throwing you to the ground.